All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. It's good to see you guys. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. Thanks for stopping in and checking this out. This has been an ongoing thing we're doing every Tuesday night around 8 p.m. And I'm planning on going to do this right through fishing and grilling. So right through the spring. And so if you guys are here, first off, make sure everything looks okay. And you can hear me okay. If there's if there's ever any problems with that, just say something in the chat. I am reading your messages. Just let me know and I'll get it ironed out. It's starting to get a little bit smoother every time I do it. And I think we're figuring it out. Together we will succeed at this. So good evening, Wyatt. I see you there, buddy. Good evening, Rick. Jingo, Becca. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm going to give people just a minute or two to kind of catch up. I think I have really good news for everybody. I'm pretty excited. And, but I'll wait just like a minute or two for everybody to kind of get caught up here and stuff. But I think it's going to be all right. It's going to be a good one. So let me make sure just, so I'm getting a little error code here talking about my stream's audio bit rate. Is there any issue with the audio? Sometimes the algorithm or the computer, the matrix, they just pick up on it, but it's not really an issue. It's so minute an issue that it wouldn't be a problem. So, all right, Jingo, thank you. Appreciate it. You hear me good. Good. All right. So a lot of you know we just had Fishin and Chillin wrap up. And I personally call that my big event of the year because it kind of puts a bookend on the end of the year. For me, it's right at the end, and it gives me a chance to kind of reset for a week or two. I'm still going to run trips and all that stuff. I'm still fishing and everything, but it's a way of like maybe it's just for business, for taxes, things like that. But it lets me just kind of like mentally just put a bookend on the year that we just had, and what an incredible year we just had. What an incredible year. Good evening. Hey, Mark, I see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in again, man. Harold, good to see you. Good evening. But with fishing and chilling behind us, my focus is just changing a little bit now. So we're going to be looking forward, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what that means. Let me jump right into it. I'll do... I'll show you here what I'm thinking. And if you haven't found me yet on Facebook, please do take the time to do that. And it's just Randall Rydes Fishing Charter, just like that right up there, Randall Rydes Fishing Charter. And go to my events page, and you'll see that I have the events listed here for the year. As of right now, there are 3 listed. And of course, Fishin' and Chillin' 2024 is the newest one that I have not put up yet. But I think I have some time. I have a little bit of time. I can get that one for you. But the next event is right here at the top. It's Fishing and Grilling. And the dates are March 28th through the 31st. Same location, the same general idea. This is an extension of Fishin' and Chillin'. So if you missed out on Fishin' and Chillin', make Fishing and Grilling. It's ushering in the spring fishing season. So it's whenever everything kind of gets started again. I talked about bookends just a minute ago. This is for me, this is a major event that kind of boosts the year. So between now and Fishing and Grilling, what's actually happened, what's actually going on is actually kind of simple. It's a great time to get your gear in order and kind of make sure everything's working there. But between now and Fishing and Grilling is ice. Ice is new to me. I know a lot of you guys have ice fished. Ice is very new to me, though. So that's something that I don't have any experience with. This year, I plan on punching some holes in the ice and going fishing through it. So that's something I might do like a pop-up event. I might try to invite somebody to come along with me. But I think I'll probably try to focus on people who know what they're doing, because I need to learn a little bit something about that before I start inviting people out. So Wyatt, you say that you were up there at James Creek and you went down to mile marker 17. You don't know if you passed the camp that it was at. Yeah, you did. If you went to 17, you absolutely passed me, yeah. So Nancy's boat to shore is on the west side of the river, so it's on the west bank, and you had to pass me. It's actually mile marker 16 right at Nancy's. But yeah, my tent was the big yellow one, and I had a camouflage tarp just over the roof of it a little bit. But it was a big yellow canvas tent. Couldn't hardly miss it. It was right on the point when you came around, right at mile marker 16. So I'm sure you saw it. You probably saw it when you were buzzing by, you know what I mean? Unless it was dark whenever you went. Yeah, so fishing and grilling, guys, that's what's coming up, and it's just going to be an extension of fishing and chilling. The difference is going to be the focus. When you're talking about late March moving into April, we're starting to look at the striper species. And I know striper is a hot fish at Lewistown Lake. That's about as early as I personally start targeting them. So it's a great time to come out if you're looking to get a jump on the season for the striper. It's a great time to get out, and start just marking them, finding them on the lake, and spending a little time chasing after them, figuring out where the bait is, and kind of patterning the striper so you have a better chance then in the weeks following. But I'm going to be there. It's just a couple days. It's a little shorter of an event, but you guys are invited. And I hopefully, if you've missed any of the events, this is a good one to make. And guys, the weather this year at Fishin' and Chillin' was really fantastic weather. Couldn't have asked for better. Now if you're looking at the weather though, you see it's changing, right? The timing of Fishin' and Chillin', it's just like that. You guys probably know as well as I do, as soon as January 1st hits, it seems like the ice starts falling, you know? We start getting hail and all the nasty stuff starts coming in. Awesome, Wyatt. That's very cool. Very cool. You got a 32-inch striper. Very good, man. Yeah, they're all over the lake, too. They'll tend to... they'll be a little deep this time of year. You might have to go as deep as like 50 feet or something like that. But you should mark them. We marked them whenever we were out at Fishin' and Chillin'. Mark, Only Fins, and I actually went out and we tried to fish for them, and we didn't have any luck. But they were there. We just couldn't get them to respond to the bait. Good evening, Buck. Thank you for stopping in, man. Thanks for stopping in. And good evening, everybody. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. I have a special announcement for you. It was kind of something I didn't want to talk about until I knew that I had it solidified. The video for Fishin' and Chillin' is 100% edited, and it will release upon completion of this live stream right here. So I'm sharing that with you just to let you know, just hang in there. Right at 9 o'clock, it's going to go live. So as soon as this video wraps up, you guys can watch it if you want to, or come back later and check it out. So I didn't want to put that out there and hold myself to it until I got back to the house. Wasn't sure I'd be able to edit it in a timely manner to be released after this live stream, but it did work out. So you guys get to watch the video right away on this one. It's like that sometimes whenever I do talking about putting a bookend on the year, I kind of want to do that. I want to close that chapter. And so when I came home, I was kind of excited about it, and I just knocked it out. So I spent most of the day just sitting here editing a video for everybody. So if you would do me the huge favor, after we get done with this live stream at 9 p.m., go watch the video, Fishin' and Chillin', and it'll be up right whenever we close this down. But thank you guys. You guys are awesome. That makes sense, Wyatt. About 30, 40 feet down, yep. I don't think you'll have to go deeper than 50, but as the water gets very cold, they do kind of push down, and they just keep getting deeper and deeper, it seems. And less responding. They'll respond less and less. So just take your time. Sometimes you got to just park on them. Just got to park on them. That's just how it is. But yeah, great, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping in tonight. Do you have any questions for me? Is anything going on? Yeah, Jingo, Lewistown can be tricky. And if you were out chasing Lakers at all, you got to experience how difficult it can be and how frustrated it can be to chase Lakers. This time of year, they are easy to find. very easy to find. And then the delivery system, getting down to fish them, is what's difficult. Up around Snyder's there, we were marking them down to 140 to 150 feet. That's a very deep laker to try and put a hook into. So the jigging method is probably what you should lean toward, unless you can find an area that has no trees and you can troll that deep with a downrigger. You might find yourself in a tree. But jigging should work. I will tell you this, though. It hurts me to say it. It just hurts. They were not responding to my lure. They just were not responding to it. So we tried. We tried to knock them out, and we spent some hours doing it. But they just would not respond to it. Oh, you did get those on my jigs. Oh, that's great, man. You got the Laker and the 32-inch striper. Do me a favor and send me a picture of that. Send me a picture of it on Messenger on Facebook, and if I get it in time, I'll share it with everybody here on the live stream. That's awesome. Very cool. I couldn't get them to respond to my lure, so that's awesome you did. Had a couple guys out, and we were trying to beat them up, but they just wouldn't take it. That's cool. That's good to know I'm not, I'm the only one that was failing at it. That's good news. Django, you say you went out a few times with my jigs, and you're sure they would have worked great, but we did not mark a single laker or anything on the fish finder. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you want to get down closer to the dam. Closer to the dam. I would say you want to look at like mile marker 4 or lower. So mile marker 4 all the way to the dam. Just go down there and check it out. If you get back out again and you're looking for lakers, just go down that way. I spent most of my time up towards James Creek, just there around Trough Creek and such. But Trough Creek was real heavy stained, so it had a lot of, the water had a heavy stain on it, so we didn't fish back there too much. But I stayed up on that end, and I typically do that for fishing and chilling. I don't like to run too much. I like to do a different kind of fishing when I'm at fishing and chilling, and I like to do my own thing. So I know there's a lot of people that have an idea of what you should be doing and when you should be doing it. I still just like to do my own thing. Like a lot of you guys, when you go out, you like to hit what you want to hit, to target what you want to target. I'm just like that. So at fishing and chilling, I kind of shift gears a little bit, and I think about running live bait more. And believe it or not, it's the time of year I start looking at trolling for bass. So it's a good time of year to do that too. If you guys come out fishing with me over the next couple weeks, if anybody's thinking about it, that's probably going to be on the menu. We're probably going to go back through the coves, pulling live bait, and look for those big bass. And Jingy, you were in a beer barrel. Very good. And Buck, you said you were down Thursday and got 7 on my white lure. That's 60 to 90. Very good. Very good. Awesome, Buck. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe I should have been down there. Should have invested more time in it. I do have a couple of the lures left if you guys want to order them up. And it is working. It just didn't work for me. We'll say it like that. You know what, I bet you it might have just been I was just distracted. Maybe I wasn't investing the time. You know, you can do that and get distracted when you're on the water. So we did a lot of research, and we were back just looking and searching and stuff. And plus, you guys, you'll see the video when it comes out at 9 o'clock tonight. After this live stream, the Fishin' and Chillin' video will be released, and you guys can watch it. I was just doing a lot of other stuff with this event. It's not about chartering. It's about camaraderie. It's about community. And so I focused on all that more so. So we could have spent more time. Yeah. Mark, we are busy fighting the heater. That's right. You'll have to watch the video, Django. Django, the video is going to be up at 9 o'clock, so you can check it out, and you'll see not all the catches, but some of them are on there. But you'll get a feel for it. That's my teaser. I can't tell you. I can't give you. It have to be spoiler. I can't give it all away. But good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping in. Fishing and Chillin' was a huge success this year. It is the biggest year of Fishin' and Chillin' that we've ever had thus far. Hopefully we leave it in the dust next year, but I think what we saw was good weather and good promotion. I think we had the dates set, and a lot of folks were talking about it, and people were interested way ahead of time, which really helped. So thanks to everybody that helped push that, sharing videos, showing up for the live streams, and just listening. You don't even have to participate in anything other than that. Just watching the videos does feed the algorithm, and that pushes the video out there too. So thank you for all of that support. Now, moving forward, we're looking at Fishin' and Grillin', which is coming up in just at the end of March here. So it's essentially the last possible week, the last couple days that you can stay at Nancy's for free. That's when it's timed for. So between now and Fishin' and Grillin', just like Lance is talking about, we're going to be jigging. But it's going to be through the ice. So Lance says he got the tubes I talked about. Very good. From the Black Lord. Do you jiggle with those or wind trolling? No, so I jig them. So they are jigging. It's a suspended jig. It works really too. And you kind of twitch it. You pull it. And you just need to see it in the water. And you'll see it'll just kind of pop and kind of have like a swim to it. It has a special look, if you will. I'm actually I'm gonna try something. But I might show you something here that I got. I kind of figured out. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a jiggle. I'm gonna change the name of a lure. It's not a jigging lure anymore. It's a jiggle lure. All right, I'm going to try and find something here I want to share with you. Just give me 1 second. I was down at Fishin' and Chillin', and of course we did a lot of video and a lot of pictures and stuff, but here it is right here. I'm going to see if I can share this with you. Give me a second here. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share this. Screen capture. Here it is. All right, so what I did is I took one of my lures and I bounced it on the bottom. I did this because I wanted you guys to have a chance to kind of see it, you know what I mean? To see the action of it underwater. And I might use this for my commercial too. Like I'll make some edits out of this. But to give you an idea what my lure looks like when it's down there bouncing. Now this is shallow, relatively shallow, and you want to kind of relate this to like if that was down in the dark, that's a glow in the dark lure, and it's kicking up that sediment, and then it's got that flash to it because it's coming in and out of that darkness, and that flash of the glow is going to jump and pop. This is what the lake are seeing down there, and if you can imagine that, that's why it works so effectively. I'll play it one more time for you so you guys can see it. But whenever I saw this video, though, it kind of brought it to light for me. I know it works. We know it works. It's a fact. But whenever you see it in action, it's just different. You see the impact of it. You start to understand why it works so well. There's a lot going on there. You got the jiggle of it, so it's a little bit more chatter to the joint. Plus the kicking up of all the sediment and such. There's more life to it. It's more natural because that's what a fish that's dying down there is kind of what it would look like. And then whenever it's flashing in and out of visually being able to see him and such. The laker can only look at that for so long before he's got to go over and take a bite from it. But that's my lure, guys, and I was really happy with that little video there. I wanted to share that with you guys. Yeah. So that's it. Well, thanks, Lance. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. But yeah, Fishin' and Grillin'. is going to be the next big site, or the next big event to look for. And between then and now and then, is ice. And if you don't have the means to get out to ice fish, by all means, just work on your gear. Just get your gear together so it's ready for the spring, But here we are, March 28th through March 31st. Right up there at the top. That is Fishin' and Grillin'. This is the same exact location. It's the same dock. It's the same idea as Fishin' and Chillin'. Fishin' and Chillin' is just a convenient time because people can get off work, because it's between Christmas and New Year's. Fishin' and Grillin' is the last possible free camping days at Nancy's Boat to Shore there. So it doesn't cost anything to come out. All you got to do is show up. But thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, right after this video is done, after this live stream, I'm going to release the Fishin' and Chillin' video too. So if you guys want to check it out, there it is. We did, there was a couple things that happened during the event. It wasn't just like a standard Fishin' and Chillin'. I was trying some new things, just like the logistics of it. I was trying to see if I could work out some new things, what's working, what's not working. But one of the things that was of great success this year is I had a follow Randall day. And what that was is I invited the people to follow me around from spot to spot. Essentially what that is wherever I'm marking fish in the last day or two while I was out there, you just come out and you park as close as you can to me, and I'll drive you kind of between those spots where I was seeing fish. I'll remark them, and you can just park there and fish with me. A lot of that's lure fishing, so we're jigging, we're casting, but certainly we had people out there with live bait and such, so we had all facets covered. Everybody was kind of fishing their own way with their own skill levels, their own abilities, their own gear, and their own boat. So the Follow Randall Day was something that was very unique, and I think it was a success. I think it was a success to some degree. I'm going to look into that more for the future to see if there's a way to kind of tweak that so that it's a little bit more attainable for folks to be able to do. Because I think the idea there is, and it's always been the idea of my channel and my charter, is to help you be a better fisherman. And part of that is you having your own boat. And so having your boat out there, knowing that you're on fish and having the opportunity to fish side by side with me, and it gives me a chance like a day or two ahead of time to actually find them too. So that way when you come out, there's more of a chance we're going to get you on those fish. But so it was mildly successful this year, and if I'm going to wait to get some feedback from guys, but I think it was good. I might have to sneeze. Hold on, it might go away. But yeah, I'm going to talk with some folks to talk about whether that was successful or not. Why? You see, you got your buddy on going up there more. He was the one who caught the fish. Oh, okay, right on. Right on. Very good. That's what it's all about, man. We're building communities here, man. That's great. Invite a friend. I love that. I love that, man. Take the friends out. Take kids out. The other thing we did for the first time this year was the Veteran Ride Day. That one was really special. I don't hang out with veterans. As much as I'm a veteran, I don't really hang out with veterans. I don't go to the VA, or I don't go to the VFW or the American Legion or anything like that. I don't really participate in that stuff. Me personally, I'm pretty much, I know I do the YouTube thing. You guys might not believe this, but I'm kind of a loner. I don't really have friends. I stay at my house. I stay to myself most of the time. So when I had the opportunity was kind of brought to me this year to actually take a boat out with all veterans in it, I did it. I didn't know what to make of it or how it would go and such, but this year I'm so glad I did. It was definitely my favorite thing that we did this year at Fishin' and Chillin'. We filled the boat with men who served. And you'll see in the video, you'll see a little bit, you'll get a little glimpse of it anyways. It was just camaraderie time. It was guys, we had some like-minded, individuals on the boat, and that's a kind of history that is easy to relate to one another. You can't really talk with the everyday civilian about some of that stuff. So it was good to get out on the boat with other veterans, and it's something, honestly, I'm guilty. I should be doing that more, and I don't. But moving forward, I think that the veterans ride a long day. I think that's something that's going to just have to be part of Fishin' and Chillin', because I really enjoyed it. And it went off without a hitch. Wasn't any problems at all with it. And I'll tell you what, those veterans, they have grit. They have grit. It's interesting. Like, I've chartered enough people to know that you get to a point where some people start falling out. They get tired, or they're getting cold, or they're getting bored for whatever reason. They start fading. At some point in the fishing trip, they start fading. The grit of these soldiers just never failed. I never got the impression that they had had enough. We did not have enough. We ran out of time before we ran out of will to fish. So the grit of these soldiers just pulled them through. So it was really good to just hang out with that. And it was just overall just a really heartwarming kind of experience. And good brotherhood, fellowship, Why, you said you sent the pictures on Messenger to me? Good deal. Let me look it up. I'll see if I can bring it up then, and I'll share it with folks. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, Veterans Ride Day, I think that one is just going to be a permanent one. I'll keep an eye out for it. Sometimes it takes a minute, Oh, I think I got it. There it is. Nice. All right, let me share this with you guys. The striper right here. And this is your buddy Wyatt. What's your buddy's name? I see him there. So there's the first one. That's the striper. How do we get bring this other picture up? And there's the Laker. Wow, look at that Laker, guys. He wasn't much bigger than a lure, was he? Awesome. How deep were you when you caught that Laker? And why is it bringing up the clock there? There you go. I don't know why it keeps bringing up the time. There you go. So that's the striper. And that's the Laker. Cool. Very cool, man. 63 foot deep. All right. Very cool, man. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's great, man. That's awesome. So Wyatt, if you guys missed it there, Wyatt took his buddy up there, and they were jigging for it. And they jigged him up. They went to Snyder's, and they got the Laker, and the next day they got the striper. So very cool, man. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Very cool. And thank you for sending me the photo, too. Appreciate it. Very good, guys. Very good. Well, thank you for all the input. You guys are giving me good feedback and stuff, too. I love that stuff. Makes the chat interesting. I did start talking to other YouTubers about this. I want to bring them in and do a live stream, kind of collab with them. As you can imagine, being an individual, just kind of sitting here delivering a whole message and such, well, just one face. So I want to kind of spread that out. I want to talk to some folks about joining me and such, too. I'm going to try and bring you guys some different perspectives. So if you know of a YouTuber or somebody that's just, has a little bit of knowledge or willing to talk and such, I would love to have them on the live stream with us. But if you haven't done so yet, please give me a thumbs up. And after this live stream, the video for Fishin' and Chillin' is going live. And I kind of pay attention in this video, because what I'm really trying to focus on with these videos moving forward is I'm trying to make them more cinematic. As much as you can just go out and go fishing and have the camera on, it starts to get a little stale because there's so many folks doing that. it's like they're kind of just documenting their trip, and I don't want that to be what my channel is. It's not just documenting my fishing trips. I want them to be educational, and I want them to be cinematic. I'm not real good at either of those, so you're gonna just get what I've got. But in this video, I really tried to focus on the cinematography that I was catching and such. So as you're watching it, really pay attention to those shots or how I spliced everything together. And if you have any advice or anything, I'd love to hear what you think. But yeah, as soon as we finish up with this live stream, I'm going to make it public for everybody to watch. But you have any questions for me? You guys running into anything out there? If you need any suggestions, now's a good time to ask away. We're going to do this every Tuesday at 8 p.m. between now and Fishin' and Grillin'. And I think by that time I'll probably be happy to just step back away from the live stream thing, so I don't have to hold myself to it every week. But for now, I'm still excited. I'm still happy to be here and doing it. So we're gonna keep crushing on this for probably. I mean, that's a solid 2 months. So there's quite a few more live streams to do. But if you have any questions, if you're running into anything and you're struggling, come around on Tuesday. Bring your questions. You know, and between now and next Tuesday, sit down and learn a knot. You know, strip your old fishing line off your rod and put new on. You know, order the lure that you've been putting off, whatever it is. But this is the time of year, kind of get your gear in order so that it's ready for fishing and grilling. And apparently you can go out and jig them up in 63 feet of water right now. You can. I can't, apparently, but you can. We did jig one up. It was on a paddle tail, though. It wasn't my lure. You'll see in the video, there's a little paddle tail, and pulled a Laker up. And I want to say he was like in like 45 feet or something like that. What I'm noticing right now with the Lakers is they do have a preference for a small bait. So a small paddle tail of some sort is really working well. The problem is it's a small paddle tail, which makes it difficult to send it down deep. So what you might have to do is figure out some kind of drop shot kind of presentation, an additional weight hanging below your paddle tail, and just jig it like that. But that gets it down deep. But again, if you're going down, 120 to 140 feet, small paddle tail down that deep, you're going to want more than an ounce on there. And that's a lot of weight hanging down there, but that's probably what you would need. Yeah, Mark says replace all the rods that got broke. Mark had a bad year on that. He broke a couple rods this year. Anybody else ever done that? I know I had a bad year once also. But we bounced back. So I had a bunch of people over the Christmas season following my affiliate links as well. If you don't know what those are, it's just underneath every one of my videos. There's a thing there you can follow to all the things that I use. You can get it off of Amazon. So you can follow that link, see what it is I have. And then if you purchase something from Amazon over the next couple days, they give me a commission. So over the Christmas season, there was a lot of people doing that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Being an affiliate with Amazon is something that's still kind of new to me, so there's not a whole lot of revenue coming in from it or anything, but I can see it, it's kind of building up some momentum. So thank you for those who actually went through those affiliate links for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. The biggest income, though, of course, was going on the charters, and then the lures being sold, and then the ride-along tickets. Basically, the chartering was the most profitable thing for the business this year. So everybody that chartered with me, thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm really touched, guys. Like, this is a one-man operation on a little boat on our Lake Raystown, and it's going places. And that doesn't happen by myself. That took y'all. Thank you. I stopped talking because I thought maybe somebody would have a question. I could be like a bulldozer and just keep on throwing stuff out, but I don't want to do that. What's on you guys' minds? What are you thinking? I know it's probably been a few days since a lot of you have been out on the water. And I know a lot of folks just tune in to kind of listen and stuff, and thank you for that. I always say it like the two things you can do for the live streams is, one, get active in the chat, talk, hit the thumbs up, share. You can do all that stuff to be like active and help, spread the word, if you will, for the live streams. And then number two is just show up. If you show up and you watch it, you're already helping the channel. So you don't have to participate. You can just hang out too. But thank you for everybody who's doing all of that. Lance, you asked, are you using Canon or Scotty downriggers? Canon. I'm using the Canon Unitroll, and I think that there's a different application for every kind of downrigger. But I use Canon just because I think they're less expensive, and I consider everything that's on the boat to be a throwaway tool. I fully expect to have to replace everything that I use for fishing. So if I have to do that, I want to make sure it's not the most expensive thing to replace. But the Canons work great for me up to the depths that we need at Raystown Lake. I think they're fine. I prefer a manual downrigger myself. Less electric means less headaches. That's just my opinion. So I use manuals. It's all good, Bird. No big deal. Fishin' and Chillin' is going to come around every year between Christmas and New Year's, so you can catch it next year. The good news is there's always another event coming. And right now, Fishin' and Grillin', it's about 2 months out. It's right at the end of March, the last couple days of it. It's your last chance to camp at Nancy's for free. You can come out, we get to hang out for a couple days, and it's fishing and grilling. So you best believe I'm coming prepared to cook. So hopefully you guys can make it out to that. It should be a good time. Lance, I have wire on my downriggers right now, but I have a spool of braid, and I plan on changing that. So this time of year is when I do all my major changes. I'm going to change a lot of stuff, kind of reset for the year ahead. And that's one of the changes I'm making. I'm going to put some braid on them. I'm going to give them a shot. I'm going to try braid. I've never had braid on a downrigger before. We're going to give it a shot. So, yeah, great question. You'll be looking forward to the March event. All right. Very good, Bird. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. The last time you camped at Nancy's camp, it was free. Good. Yeah, so it's free for like 6 months of the year. And then for 6 months of the year, you have to pay. So you must have camped whenever it was out of the season. I think they just don't want to monitor it. They have somebody they have to send out to patrol and just check everybody's sign in and make sure the right people are camping at the right sites and everybody's paid and such. Yeah, I think that's what I have too, Bert. I think I have 200-pound braid. I think that's what I have. Not sure why I have 200-pound, but that's what we got. Oh, it was in the 80s. Oh gosh. It was just free because it was free. I understand. I understand now. Things change. One of these days it's all going to become I don't know. Everything's going to be paid probably. I think, Wyatt, you hook them up the same way you would hook them up to aluminum, right? I mean, the good thing about fiberglass is you can screw into the deck, but I still think you should be bolting it to something. I don't know. I think it really just depends on your boat. You've got to figure it out. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you better input, but I think it's really like boat to boat is specific. I would simply suggest that you mount it as close to the rear of the boat that you can, and still be able to manage it with fish and everything, with putting lines out. But you want it as far to the rear as possible. Me, I have them kind of forward, so they're like mid-deck, but that's just because I can't get to the rear. So I like them to be forward. But every boat's a little different. I think the heavier weight is better, Lance, and that depends on what you can handle with your setup. I think the heavier weight is better. It gives you less swing back. It's just a little bit more accurate. When you drop the ball to 30 feet, it's actually at 30 feet. If it's a light ball, you'll get swing back on it. So you'll drop it to 30 and it'll actually be 28 or something like that. So a heavier ball will give you more of a accurate read. Yeah, so what Matt OnlyFans, Mark OnlyFans, he's actually recommending that you do some kind of backing plate, so something underneath the fiberglass. But you're really going to have to look to see where you want to mount it and then just decide how best to do that. I think that's just the way to go. Well, shoot. Guys, if you haven't done a thumbs up, please do that for me. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for stopping in for these live streams. This is incredible. I'm blown away. We've had double-digit viewers for most of these live streams, and I'm touched, guys. You guys stop in to listen to me just yammer on about fishing every week is just amazing to me. I'm glad that you're doing it. It amazes me. It just shocks me. But thank you guys for stopping in. Bird, you say you just moved back into the area and you're having a hard time catching any stripers or Lakers. You're looking for someone to take or go with to learn how. Yeah, you know what I'm going to tell you, Bird, and it's to go out with somebody that knows what they're doing. And there's some fantastic charters on the lake. So find one who is hot at catching right now what you're interested in. And you'll just go out and you'll learn. I really think that that trip is going to just be so worth it. You're going to spend more learning on your own than what it would cost to take that charter out. So I think it's worth it. It's a very good investment. I think you'll save money. If in nothing else, it'll be fuel. You'll save yourself in fuel. But yeah, and you know, you can always just go out and just pound, just keep working at it. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. The more you do something, you don't get worse at it. You know what I mean? You just get better at it. And Buck, do I keep a log? I actually just started keeping a log. So yes, I do. You were out with Kirk and May for trout? Very good. Yeah. Great fisherman. So guys, listen, I'm going to say goodnight to you. I just made the newest video live, so you can go right from here and you can go watch Fishin' and Chillin' from 2023, the bookend on the year, the event we just had over the last week here. The video is up, it is live, and I'm going to bid you guys a great night. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you so much for stopping in for these live streams. And we're going to do it every week between now and Fishin' and Grillin'. But between now and Fishin' and Grillin', get your gear ready, look for a hole in the ice, and start jigging through it. And then when Fishin' and Grillin' arrives, we'll just start all over back at our favorite place on earth. We're going to start catching some fish together. And that's it. That's the end of the live stream, guys. I'm going to say goodnight to you. Thank you so much for stopping in. Fishin' and Chillin' is live right now. Shoot over there and give it a watch. Do the thumbs up and the sub if you haven't. Thank you for the support. Good night, guys. Much love. Much respect. See ya. Good night. I will. I'll have a great evening. Good night.